Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are taking a look at a behind the scenes of the dance practice process for Oljebam with Jonghan and Wonu. I always like looking at the inside of 17s and being able to see more of the back end on this one. It's going to be really cool seeing who was on it, things like that. So let's go ahead and check it out. You could tell it's either they were in the draft choreo or they already learned it and they're just reviewing it. Nice little rooftop action with some body rolls. We're here for it. I like that part. So you also have to bend your knees, it looks like, too. There's nothing natural about that. Side note, I really do like the fact that the dancers or those affiliate are not blurred out for this. It's nice. They're workshopping that, seeing what works best for them there. Cool. And it's good that the dancers are there too for stuff like this to actually do the lifts, but also just in case there's modifications that are made whenever they're teaching Jonghan and Wonu, the dancers are there to also make the change. Because a draft's called a draft for a reason, because things are going to naturally change when you work with your artist or when you actually put it on who it's meant for. It happens. Yep. There's your little maestro. That's what that was giving to me. Little Thea vibes. Oh, do you see that guy's sleeve? Ooh, clean. That's some clean line work right there. It does look a bit kind of cut off though. It's either completely, what's the word? It's that's a multi-session bad boy. It's what I should have done for my back, but I didn't have time. But good for him for going at a decent pace for something like that. That is dope. Nice. Yeah. Da 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 da. Ooh, yeah. You do have maestro overlap in there because of the rooftop with a little bit of your body roll, or actually taking it. They take it this ISO and then they body roll out of it, which is similar to the ISO setup in Maestro in the first course. Ah. See, I think people told me that, but it never like occurred to me that that is in fact they only had one show to do this at. But it's cool that they were able to do it. So they're calling him the choreographer, but they called Kirsten. I find that interesting. They didn't call her the choreographer. Showered with compliments. You guys tell me, because I'm not looking at the Hangul subtitles, if they do say the choreographer's name, but they just have it translated to choreographer. Yeah, rest. This hard.
리와이드 되는 것 같은데?
너무 지루된 거 아니야?
제가?
여기 편하게.
It's because it's. Is Cho Young-jun in charge of it?
시작. 빵.
Sounds like him.
되게 불편해 보이네. 살짝 건드려 그냥.
Yeah, it is. I can tell based on his back that's Cho Young-jun. I've seen this man everywhere. Okay. All right, let me just real quick. Okay, so it is interesting though that I swear to you, whenever we were watching the spell, they had like they called Kirsten, but here they're just calling Cho Young-jun the choreographer. I just think that's interesting. Oh, is that just Cho Young-jun's like, you don't have to put my name, like don't put my name, or is it just they're just used to just setting up the insides with him in this way? I don't know that. And I know Kirsten, she's technically not a celebrity, technically, but I know she's like a key figure, I guess, right, in the scene to some degree, where it's a big deal that she's there working with them and that they're working with her, right? Because she's not Cho Young-jun. So this, if anything, I just find the logistics of this Inside 17, it helps me realize how different their spell one was, which is cool. That's the beauty of looking at behind the scenes and how they edit them too. Hey, I recognize somebody possibly in there. His jellyfish hair. He does bleach it. For the production, I'm assuming, yeah?
저기 파트가 두 명에서 나오니까 어디가 내 파트인지를 너무 헷갈려. 차라리 혼자 하면 다 내가 부르면 되는데 오늘 연습 오는 거 순간 너무 좋아.
I think I hear my favorite person. I mean, she was blurred, I think, in this.
춤추면서 물론 파트까지 생각하니까 춤도 까먹고 파트도 까먹고. 물론 무대할 때는 훨씬 무대할 때는 완벽하게 해져 있겠지만 이게 연습 과정이라 아직. 일단 내일은 원우정한 그 이제 프로모션 하나 찍고 그다음에 고잉 세븐틴 편 하나 촬영했고 너무 바쁩니다 저희가. 오늘 얼른 퇴근할까요? 안녕. 안녕. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 오 좋아. 6, 7 and 8 and a boom 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 boom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now their performance show, they're formatting the directions is what it looks like here. Yep. Nice. Ooh, I like Wonwoo's shoes, the platform version, but they're thicker. Like it's not so narrow. I like the bulkiness of the platform. That's dope. I want to be sitting on that couch just watching and taking notes. I love being in dance practice spaces where people like are really good at workshopping, because you learn so much from how people process or troubleshoot through things. Ochepa. The property of Balenciaga. Well, he's the property of Wonwoo today, is what this looks like. I think it'll look cool. Nice. Ooh, sexy. I like it. I like with Choi Young-jun, he doesn't add anything like unnecessary, if that makes sense. It's not quote unquote simple, but his framework is simpler, and he's able to, not simpler, gosh, no, Jess. So the choreography is very easy to digest, I guess, right? And part of it comes from, yeah. It's very clear to know exactly where he's going, and so when he adds things in, it adds like the proper, it's like icing on the cake. It's not redundant, and it's not adding anything that's going to take away from what already exists. Very nice. Yeah. I think they have a DJ there. Or there's somebody by the stereo system playing it. Junghan's movement, I think, adjusted slightly because of his shoes. Smart for him to practice in the shoes, though.
잃어버린 것 이거 한 다음에 눕힌 다음에 여기로 다 뜰선들이 모여서 그래서 하고 여기 뒤로 가요. 그래 그러자. 수요일에서 목요일 넘어가는 밤 12시에 산옥하러 랭카 갑니다. 좋은 모습 보여드리려고 노력하도록 하겠습니다.
Thursday at midnight. And good. Cool. I mean, I like this choreo. I think Choi Young-jun did a good job on it, honestly. I mean, he does a pretty good job for the most part. I mean, there's more choreos I like versus dislike. I don't really think there's any that I'm like, ooh, why did we make those choices? But I really liked this, and it's a good style on them, and I think the framework's really cool, and it definitely feels like there's consideration to the storyline that they have put a lot of time in establishing through the audiobook, through the music video visuals, through the concept shoots, like the whole shebang. So I really like how the choreo really ties into that. It's very fitting. So I technically haven't seen the dance practice version of Ojepam. I only saw the music show version. So we're going to give this a courtesy watch, see if there's anything that I really hadn't seen or I didn't really like appreciate whenever I saw the live version. So we're going to go ahead and check this bad boy out. This man. I really like the weightiness from the dancers on that. It helps accentuate the bass. Lift them up. Nice. Good usage of core from Junghan on that. Really nice. Nice cannon. Oh, Ojepam. And they converted it to the front so we can see this part. Ooh, the fold down on the elbow is nice. I mean, the two were cool, but I like watching the dancers for that part. Nice. They let go just a smidge in the upper corner. I really like it though. Yeah. Yeah, that part right there. Boom. Notice it kind of feels, it's just very placed like we're banging on a door and then we're resetting it. Oof. They go and they roll again. They come up. Cool. Nice. That was actually a pretty dope formation setup that happened from our dancers over on stage left. Because having the space there for an opening for Wonu and then converting it to a circle, that was nice. Yeah, some of the guys didn't rotate the calf or the lower half of the leg the same way, so that was a smidgen off. Who cares though? This is dope. Nice. It looks like they spaced that out a little bit too. And this formation format reminds me of Maestro with Mingyu's section. And then they space it out in the very beginning in verse 1. That was cool. It does look like we have one less person on Junghan's side, but it's because of how it was formatted, and I think it was because of this part right there. That was cool levels on that. Yeah. Oof, so nice. Doc. Ooh. This is cute. This is cute. I'm just watching him. Yay! Doc. That's rude. I enjoyed that. That was cool. There's two things that I'm thinking about. First one pertains to the behind the scenes and one pertains to this. Let's talk about this one first. There's one particular part that I want to appreciate real quick. This is a cannon right here with the reverse. Love that. This right here. These three have to stay where they are. They have to do it more stationary. These guys over here are low-key setting up this circle that we're going to see a little bit later, but they have to travel. Like, that travel's wild. And this is a huge gap right here. Intentional, so it allows Wonu a path to go. And then you have Junghan living his best life over here on stage right. We love that. Knocks and knocks. Now, some of our dancers are using more of their heads, some are using more of their bodies, so I think that's just more so I know with Junghan and Wonu, they're not really doing it the exact same, and I don't think this routine is meant for that. It's to showcase differences to some degree, match your dynamics, of course, but I think the dancers kind of have a more, what's the word? It's not laid back, but it's definitely, the priority is not synchronicity. It's making sure that everyone's on the same page for sure, but there's a certain degree of individuality that I'm seeing even in the dancers that kind of makes it feel like they're helping, you know, because you're dealing with a lot of different types of people and different types of environments. So I would say that can help with the concept. It just feels more fitting that way. Everybody being robotic and the exact same. There is some beauty in that, but I don't think that would have been as effective for this in comparison to what they ended up going with, which is cool. So this right here, boom, that reversal was really cool. Then this right here, you have Junghan moving, and that, it could just be his choice, but I like that. You got the knocks and knocks, and then we turn into a really dope, right, going into the circle. They had that picture moment enough where they were in that spot long enough for us to read. It's not just a clump of nothingness. There was a reason and a purpose behind it, and then they go into a diagonal with windows. This section right here, not the choreo, but the structure. I remember talking about this, which is why I brought it up, with a Mingyu's part. I was so curious as to why the line was set up the way that it was. Yes, knowing that we had another subgroup that broke off from it, S-Coop's group in Maestro, but it still didn't make the most sense to me as to why we had an overlap and not a lot of separation. And I did bring that up. And here, boom, you see there's a pretty clear distinction between the two, not just in costume, but because of the formation. That's something I think was not happening in the concert run through with Maestro. I like this choreo. It's nice. It's simple but effective. Simple doesn't mean easy. You're getting the switch off between the forearm and then the other forearms, and they're fixed pointing the elbows. Like, that's really nice. Now, I also wanted to mention this with the behind the scenes. Whenever you have a choreographer like Choi Young-jun, he is very busy. He has a lot of work on he's got a lot of credits, right? You need dancers to get that amount of credits, right? So I feel that it's not just Choi Young-jun that's busy, it's his dancers are probably just as busy as him. I'm assuming with these guys, Choi Young-jun probably has like a team of people. I know there's Team Same, right? There's a team of people for each kind of group that he works with, and so he's able to kind of have some sense of structure where he's like, okay, I want you working with this artist over here. That, it just makes me more curious about Choi Young-jun's logistics on how he delegates his choreography to his artists and who he uses for what, if that kind of makes sense. I don't feel like if there's content out there where he talks about that, I really want to know, because I see him on 17 stuff, but I see him pop to and fro cameoing choreographically on every marathon I've done. He's had some part in for the majority with a lot of the boy groups especially. So I'm very curious about that. But I enjoy this. I kind of already talked about the technical logistics of this from the content side, the resistances. I love this part is really nice. It's just so satisfying to the track and allows you to pulse within it is really cool, and I really like how they have subtly different choices made. Feels like we're diving into our own independent storyline, which is what we're here for. We love it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Hopefully I will attach in the end screen my actual analysis to their live. I'm really glad it didn't get blocked and we could appreciate it together. I also have Marathon there for the most part, most if not all of their title work for 17. I've seen about 75 plus analysis at this point of their movement quality, so I'm very familiar with 17 as a group and a lot of their solo works too, and this was fun to get this added to the list as well. It's there on YouTube, but there's so much more on Patreon. All of it gets early release like this video on there too, so if you are a carrot and you don't like waiting on anything, that's going to be a really cool place to be with other like-minded carrots that also get to appreciate this art in this way, which is cool. Once again, my name is Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!